Here is a positive air pressure respirator. Following is the schematic diagram of a PAPR drawn by me. You can see contaminated or ambient air is sucked into the chamber through a HEPA or N95 filter. The filtered air is then pushed out of the pipe into a hood. The hood should have a continuous positive pressure so that air escapes from around the neck of the wearer. Before proceeding, see the disclaimer in the description section below. I have used 8 duckbill type N95 masks. Duckbill masks have a larger surface area and become rectangular in shape on opening in a particular way. I removed the elastic straps, nose clips and seams from the margin of each of these masks. Then the masks were inverted. I took a food grade microwave safe airtight plastic box. I went to an electric switch plate maker and got 3 electric switch plates cut with following pattern. One plate of this size. After preparation it looks like this. This switchboard plate fits on the lid of the box. 2 plates of following dimensions were prepared which fit on the sides of the box. They looked like this. Then I prepared the lid of the box with holes and slots. Then I cut slots on the side of the box. You can see the holes for switch and the charging ports. Took a PET bottle with a threaded cap and cut off the neck of the bottle. I prepared the lid of the PET bottle to receive the pair of 1-inch flexible pipes. The lid after preparation looks like this from inside. I made a hole for the outlet at the top of the box into which I fixed the neck of the PET bottle with insulation tape. Check the fitting of the pipes into it and you can see the lid, the neck of the bottle got fixed in the box and 2 pipes connected to the lid. I used a clavicle brace to suspend the filter box. Clavicle brace is a type of suspender used for treatment of fractured clavicle. They are easily available in medical shops. For securing arms of the clavicle brace to the bottom of the box, I used galvanized iron wire of 20G size over acrylic board pieces so that box is not damaged on tightening or on handling. I fixed the back felt of the clavicle brace to the top of the box and I used a wooden beading strip and 20G wire to do the job of fixing. Then it was time to fix the filters. First I fixed filters to the lid. Here you can see one filter being fixed to the scaffold. After fixing all the 4 filters, the outer surface of the lid looks like this. I used small pieces of electric PVC pipe to act as clips to separate the filters from pressing on each other. Inner view of the filters after mounting looks like this. You can see 4 filters inside of the lid. You can see the nuts and bolts tightly maintaining the air seal and the masks themselves act as washers, enhancing the air seal. You can also see the masks are held apart with the clips on the outside. Also note the masks are inverted so that the breathable surface faces the inside of the box. I did the same on the sides of the box. First fixed the mask on the inside of the scaffold temporarily with the electric screws. Slid the mask into the slots in the box and the scaffold was fixed tightly with nuts from inside. The box was sanitized with sanitizer wipes. Then I took all electric parts to a local electric repair shop in Bhadravati. First I got the toggle switch soldered with the electric wires and I asked the electrician to assemble the whole system and check it once. Checked the fan and switch. I came back to my clinic and sanitized all the electric spare parts by spraying with sanitizer. Waited for 10 minutes for them to dry, then connected them as per the circuit. You can see a fan connected to a switch and then to the battery, and a charging port is in parallel to the battery. I used a 12 volt 0.5 amps fan which has adequate power, and I used a single NIMH 12 volts 5.2 Ah battery. It weighs only 300 grams and works for up to 11 hours. I purchased it online in Amazon India. Battery was held in place using double-sided gum tape. Fan was held in place with foam pieces. Then I used more foam pieces to make the outlet fairly airtight. Tested the airflow with a wind turbine. Now let us see how I made the hood. I took a plastic file and I cut two 2.5 centimeter and one 5 centimeter wide strips from it. Then I joined the strips using staplers inside out, fashioned a cap out of it. Here are the approximate sizes and I tried it on me. It fitted very well. Inside of this scaffold cap, I used 3 mm foam sheet to pad it using a double-sided gum tape. I used rubber bands to slightly increase the hold on the head. I took a piece of foam and cut a semicircular piece out of it, and the foam was placed between the cap and the face shield. I used small corner pieces to fill the gap. Then I fixed the foam, face shield and the cap using 4-fold sewing thread on a long needle. Then I fixed 2 flexible electric pipes to each other using bandage adhesive tapes. I buried the tip of the pipes through the foam and took them over the top of the cap. Finally fixed the pipes to the cap using a plastic thread. The next step is to cover the face shield. I used a large plastic bag of size about 33 cm into 67 cm. It's a type of bag we use to transport biomedical waste. The specialty of the bag is it is not chlorinated and the plastic is quite durable, and cellophane tape sticks very well to the plastic bag. Then I made a template measuring 26.5 cm into 17.5 cm and kept the template on the bag 23 cm below the top of the bag. Traced the margins and cut a window in the plastic bag. Inserted the assembly of pipe, cap and the shield into the bag. Adjusted the face shield to the window in the bag and fixed the borders with the transparent tape of 2.5 cm width. Then in the back of the bag, I made a horizontal slit of 6 cm width, 5 cm below the top. I took out the pipes from the back of the bag through the just made horizontal slit and taped edges. While connected the pipes to the top of the filter box, switched on the system, it started working. I wore it for few minutes. It was working just as planned. Cool and absolutely clean air was coming in. Wearing the hood, I applied tapes around the top of the hood to get a good shape. Disconnected the assembly and took this photograph. I thought I should make some safe outlet for the exhaled air, as it is one of the requirements in this pandemic. So I stitched 3 surgical masks on the front of the hood 5 cm below the face shield and cut off the plastic from the underneath of the mask. To make sure the air goes out from the mask, I made a drawstring around the lower edge of the hood which loosely closes the exit from the hood. I covered the pipe with the sleeve of a disposable gown. Then I made a cover for the filter box. At the end of the day, after doffing, the covers were sent for washing, taking due precautions. It gets dried up easily by morning and it is used again on the filter box and the pipes. I made few trials of donning and doffing to avoid cell contamination. Started using it in the clinic for 1 month. And then I made this video. Final question is, what is the total weight? All including the hood, clavicle brace, batteries and filter box together, it is just 1600 grams. If you use a maintenance free battery, the weight becomes 2800 grams. What is the total cost? Final cost of the system is 4900 only. That includes 1600 for the battery and 1200 for the special charger. If you use a maintenance free battery, it would be 700 rupees for the battery, and maintenance free battery charger will be cheaper, and it is around 600 rupees. And then the cost comes down to 3500 rupees. How long can you use it? After full charge of 4 hours, I have tried it up to 9 hours. What is the life of the filter? Practically I do not know. Theoretically it is about 6 months. I enjoyed this journey of making a useful PAPR very much. I hope you too like this do it yourself video short version. If you really think it is useful and you can make it and use it, as I said, it will be on your own risk. For more details about this making of PAPR, you can download the PDF file, the link for which is given in the description. Go through all the links given in the description. It will add up to your ideas. Please leave useful and constructive comments, any suggestions to improve this PAPR, or you can mail me at ramachandrahm@hotmail.com. If I could get someone who can make this for you, I will revise the comments with their link. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.